I feel like this product is a little bit confusing. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Carmel, and in today's video we are testing and reviewing the Uniform from Merit. This is their Tinted Mineral Sunscreen. I purchased this with my own money and I've been testing it out now since it was released, and I have quite a few thoughts on it. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please do keep on watching. Now, I know that people tend to fast forward the bits where I explain what the product is and what it claims to be, but I really feel like you should stick around for this bit because it's really, really important when it comes to the Uniform. We need to figure out exactly what Merit are telling us this is. So the Uniform retails for €42, and for that you get 50ml of product or 1.7 fluid ounces. The Uniform claims to be a tinted mineral sunscreen with an SPF of 50. It is non-comedogenic, it is oil-free, it is 100% mineral zinc oxide active, and it leaves zero white cast. It offers a broad spectrum UVA UVB protection and a subtle tinted veil that blends seamlessly for an ultra lightweight finish. It contains fine natural powders to help smooth and blur the appearance of the skin. It has light emollients for a soft and velvety finish, and it has exclusive pigment dispersion technology for uniform and easily adjustable coverage. I really feel like this has people divided because it claims to be one thing, but it feels and applies like another. So it claims to be a tinted mineral sunscreen, but it absolutely applies and feels like a skin tint. But the primary purpose of a tinted sunscreen and of a skin tint is completely different. So the primary purpose of a tinted mineral sunscreen like this is sun protection, and the tinted part of it, so the bit that gives us coverage on the skin, that is a secondary purpose. So the primary purpose of a skin tint is to provide light makeup coverage, and the secondary purpose of a skin tint is to provide some, but a very low level of sun protection. And I think this is why this product is causing such confusion. So I think the best thing to do is to just get this on, and then I can really demonstrate where I think the confusion comes in. So as I said, this is available in 15 shades, which is absolutely insane for a tinted sunscreen. It's such an incredible amount of shades. And I picked up the shade 22, which is a light neutral cool. Now, because I have neutral undertones, I can get away with cool or warm or neutral. So, you know, if you're neutral, you're lucky in that sense. I've kind of done my usual skin prep today. So I've used the Haru Haru Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence, and I've gone in with my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream as well. Now, ordinarily, I would go in with an SPF as well. SPF is the last step in my skincare routine. The thing is with this product here is it tells you that it's supposed to be the last step in your skincare routine. And so I'm going to get rid of this and I'm just going to use this because this should give me absolutely everything that I need. And again, that's the shade 22. And you can see the formula there. It's really nice and runny. So if this was a normal sunscreen that wasn't tinted like this, like the Beauty of Joseon, I would be applying 2 fingers, which is about 6 or 7, even more pumps. I have tried that with this product. It's almost impossible to apply that much of this product because it just looks really, really silly because it has so much coverage. So I am going to attempt to apply 3 or 4 pumps on this side and on this side. I don't like bringing this all the way down to my chest because it's tinted, and I have tried it this week and it just came off on my clothes because it's not transfer proof and it doesn't claim to be transfer proof. I really do like the packaging, by the way. I think it's great for travel. I think it's great for on the go, and I think it's quite pretty as well. So we're going to start by applying 2 to 3 pumps, and I will go in on just one side to show you. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. That with a skin tint would be more than enough for me, but this is not a skin tint, okay? It's a mineral sunscreen, so we need to be applying a lot of product. So that is 3 pumps. So I'll show you on the skin, and it looks like I'm applying a ton of product, but this is what is necessary to get the required sun protection. I think it's something like 1/4 teaspoon. So we'll just rub it in with the fingers. Definitely rub this in with your fingers. I am not really a finger application kind of person. I'm trying my best to get into it. Then you manage to get into all of the areas that you need to get into. And I'm bringing this under my eyes, by the way, because it is a sunscreen and I want to protect my under eyes. You can see how much coverage it has given me there in comparison to this side. Now I've still got tons left. Still got tons left. I'm not bringing this on my eyelids. I just don't want to, okay? I find that it gets a little bit creasy on my eyelids, so I'm not going to use it there. So there is some fragrance to this. I guess it is an SPF fragrance, but it's not overpowering. It's not super noticeable. I find it to be quite a nice smell, actually. That's honestly all I've been able to use on this side of the face because I feel like I am just layering this too much and it's becoming too much. So I'm going to have to start moving on to the other side with these 3 pumps. So that's how we're looking so far. You see how much coverage that's given me? I expected that this would give me the most minimal amount of coverage. That's not minimal. Let's get it on the other side. So that's how we're looking with both sides done. That is the equivalent to a light to medium foundation, in my opinion. It has covered all of my problematic areas. It's smoothed and blurred my skin out. It's actually one of the most beautiful levels of coverage I've ever used. So what's that saying? If it walks like a duck, swims like a duck, and quacks like a duck, then it's probably a duck. I feel like this applies to this. So it has all of the characteristics of a skin tint, but I've still not used enough to give me the sun protection that it's designed to give. So I am going to build this up, but before I do, I just want to show you a quick before and after. Let's build it up a bit more. So if we're looking for a visual guide, if we go 1 pump, 2 pumps, so we're looking at about 6 pumps to get the required amount of coverage. I have done this several times this week. I've tried to build it up to 6 pumps and it just doesn't feel right applying this amount of product when it's got so much coverage to it. It just feels weird. And it's a shame because I feel like this product should have been marketed as a skin tint. That's just my opinion. So I'd say I'm at the level now where if I apply any more, it's going to look absolutely terrible. And I still have tons left on my hand, which I'm not going to use. And I have brought this all the way down my neck too. So in terms of the finish of this, I think, as you can see, it is looking kind of dewy right now, but it definitely sets down. It's not dewy as in tacky feeling at all. It's really weightless. I usually go off and do my makeup, but I think I'm just going to apply some complexion products for you to see so that you can see how everything layers over the top, because it does layer over really beautifully. So Merit do suggest that you pair up this tinted sunscreen with the Minimalist complexion stick, but I don't need any more coverage. I think the only place I need a bit more coverage is over my hyperpigmentation. So I guess we'll go in with it. I have this in the shade Sand, so I'll just go over that a little bit and I'll just blend it out with my finger. This isn't my favourite Merit product. I know some people love this complexion stick, but it's not something I ever want to reach for, to be honest. So I'm going to go in with the It Cosmetics Do It All Radiant Concealer. I have this in the shade 230. I'm just going to pop some on the back of my hand. And I'm going in with my BK Beauty A506 and I'm just picking some up and we'll just pop some under the eyes. And then we'll go in with the Merit bronzer. This is in the shade Seine. So I'm taking my BK Beauty A507 and I'm just kind of swirling onto the end of it. This is definitely the bronzer that you cannot mess up. It's really beautiful and natural. For blush today, I'm going a little bit natural with my Patrick Tar. This is the cream and powder blush, but we're just going to use the cream. And this is in the shade Not Too Much. This is a new shade to me and I really like this. So I'm just going to take my BK Beauty N17 and just kind of push it into the skin. I want to use this one today because it's really, really natural. And we know Merit are very minimalist. Okay, so that's how the face is looking with just a bit of bronzer, concealer and blush on. I think you can tell even more now that this has set down, okay? My skin has absorbed it, and that's a really good sign that it's not sitting on top of it. There's nothing worse than a product sitting on top of your skin, and this definitely absorbs. So I'm just going to quickly finish off my eyes because you don't need to see that, and then I'll come back. I'll show you a little bit of daylight footage and tell you what I really think about this. So in terms of setting this, I don't feel the need to set my face with this product because my skin tends to absorb it and it dries down. So it doesn't powder down, but it definitely dries down on my skin. And I think that's because of my skin type, because of my dry skin type. I think if you had more oily skin, you might want to powder this. I don't think it would become excessively oily, but obviously with your natural oils coming through, it's going to affect the formulation. My skin just gets drier as the day goes on. The only place that I need to set is underneath my eyes, simply because it is a more luminous concealer. So I'm going in with my Makeup by Mario powder, just tapping into it with an eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to set under the eyes. Before I put any eye makeup on, I did take a little close-up of my face, and I think you'll be able to see how smoothing and blurring and beautiful this complexion product is. I have been really surprised at what it's given me. I didn't expect it to smooth out my skin and to cover as much as what it did. I have been really taken aback by it, honestly. And I took some videos out in the daylight of this and my skin just looks so good. It looks healthy, it looks smooth, it looks blurred. There's nothing negative I can say about my complexion with this product on. I do find that because my skin absorbs it, it does become less visible, but it's not there to be a foundation. That's not its purpose. It's not even designed to be a skin tint. So I think any type of longevity that I get from this is perfect. But going back to its purpose, it's a sunscreen, so we need to be reapplying this. Really, it's expensive. So if you are just going to use this as your sunscreen and you are going to use 6 or 7 pumps every couple of hours because it's not water resistant, it's not waterproof, if you are going to just use this as a normal sunscreen, you're going to use a lot of it. It's not going to last you very long, and for €42, that's a lot. So just in summary, this is a tinted sunscreen. In order to get the level of protection that you will get from a sunscreen, you need to be using quite a lot of this. So it's something like 1/4 teaspoon, 2 fingers worth, or you're talking about 6 or 7 pumps. It is possible to put that amount on, but when I have put that amount on, it looks ridiculous and it's very, very hard to blend out. What I like to do is I like to use it in conjunction with my usual SPF. If I use it with my SPF, I know I'm getting the level of protection that I need. This absorbs super quickly into my skin and it has no coverage. This also absorbs into my skin, but it has a great level of coverage. I mean, look at my skin today. I have not added any more coverage to my skin because I don't need it. It gives me the coverage of a light to medium foundation. I think it's beautiful. I just wish they'd marketed it a little bit differently because I think it can be confusing. So do let me know what you think of the Uniform by Merit. Let me know if you are considering picking this up. Let me know if you have tried it. I would love to hear all of your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, take care. Bye for now.